Clemson, and Alabama. You know the mindset of these coaches, of these teams. It's not in the national championship game. It's in the semifinals. But what's at stake for especially the Alabama Crimson Tide?
Well, first, I think you get part three. Obviously, Bama getting time to heal, man. I mean, I don't think you saw the team that they could be with the defense and so many injuries. But there's a concern for me, Paul, and I know it reared its head last year in the national championship, and it reared its head against Auburn, and sometimes even against Mississippi State with this intermediate passing game. Like, Jalen Hurts has struggled on third down for consecutive weeks, and I don't know against this defense if you can have 4 to 5 possessions where you don't at least extend drives and get to the end zone. So that concerns me. I think right now, between Georgia and Clemson, you're looking at the two most complete teams. I've seen some deficiencies with Alabama, but with that being said, 15 to 20 practices, a rematch, everybody telling Bama how not good they are. So it's a lot on the slate for them. And I hate getting Nick Saban as an underdog. That just worries me for everybody else that they have to play against. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. But the thing that I do like is that Dabo is not scared at all. I mean, he believes in his team. They talk about what Clemson needs to do to get wins. It's not about who they facing. So to get this again in the third year, I think it's like boxing. I mean, everybody wants to see this game happen again based off how the first two went. But the most important thing is for them to know where number 13 is, Hunter Renfrow, because he's been a disaster for Alabama in the first two previous games. And then if you want to get them more motivated, pull up the last play of the national championship last year.
Yeah, I do think they'll have their eyes on Hunter Renfrow. He'll be pretty well covered, still may be able to sneak out there at times. Marcus, you mentioned Georgia being one of the more complete